Hi, this is Vasu DJ. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about third type of counseling, that is eclectic counseling. What is eclectic counseling? Here the counselor first studies the personality and needs of the individual, and he then selects the technique that would be most helpful for the individual. First, he should understand that individual personality and what the individual or the client needs, that he can understand first. Then he will plan for the technique, which technique can useful or helpful to the individual. He can start with the directive one, but when the situation demands, the counselor may switch over to the non-directive and vice versa. First, he will priority to directive counseling. Then, according to situation, he can turn over or switch over to non-directive. And also, if it is non-directive, it first means next will come to the directive counseling. Both he can use. The attempt is made to adjust the techniques to the requirements of the situation and the individual. The chief advocate of eclectic counseling is F.C. Thorne. He only introduced this eclectic counseling. Eclectic counseling is defined as the combination of the two extremes, it is directive and non-directive counseling. Eclectic means both. The counselor will use both the type of counseling, directive counseling or non-directive counseling. In eclectic counseling, the counselor is neither too active as in the directive counseling nor too passive as in non-directive counseling. Sometimes he is very active, sometimes he is passive. Like that, he is balanced in giving the counseling to the individual. He just follows the middle path between these two. That is, it is neither counselor centered nor client centered. Now, what are the characteristics of eclectic counseling? First one, methods of counseling may change from client to client or even with the same client from time to time. So it depends on the client that he has to use that what type of the counseling and this eclectic or non-directive or directive and all. So time to time or client to client it will differ. It is highly flexible. So flexibility is there in selecting the type of counseling. Freedom of choice and expression is open to both the counselor and the counselee. So first, in that directive counseling, the freedom of choice to only the counselor. There is no chance to the counselee. In non-directive, so freedom to the counselee, not the counselor. But here, both having the freedom or giving expression or sharing that information or that whatever thing he needed to do. Experience of mutual confidence and faith in the relationship was basic. The client and the philosophical framework are adjusted to serve the purpose of relationship. What are the steps in eclectic counseling? First, Thorne suggested the following steps. Diagnosis of the cause. First step, analysis. After diagnosis, analysis the problem. What problem, how it comes, all is going to analyze. The second step, preparation of the tentative plan for modifying factor. Securing effective conditions for counseling. Interviewing and stimulating the client to develop his own resources and to assume its responsibility for trying new modes of adjustment. Proper handling of any related problems which may contribute to adjustment. So according to Thorne, following are main steps involved in eclectic. So other than that, he is given main steps in eclectic counseling. The first one is counseling may be preceded by an intake interview. During the opening phase of counseling, the counselor tries to establish rapport and may have to structuring so that the client understands what to expect of counseling. First interview, then establish the rapport. Third step is often a tentative diagnosis is made which may include the collection of case history and plan for counseling if formulated. After establishing rapport, he when for tentative diagnosis, so which helps or case include the collection of the case history and planning for in counseling if formulated. Next, to enhance the client's self-understanding about him. So it makes the counselor will make the clients to understand himself. Educational, occupational and social information if needed by the client may be supplied to him. Next step, whatever he needed, whether it is educational or occupational or social information to solve this problem or find a solution for this problem, so that should be supplied to the client. During the closing phase, the client makes decisions and plans and modifies behavior and solve his problem. At the end of that, all that information and all, he will take a decision and also he will plan for finding the solution or solve his problem. There may be follow-up contacts. After that, a follow-up contact should be. So after that, he comes to the counselor and also he will take any guidance and some suggestion from the counselor. So that's about these steps of Eclectic Counseling. Thanks for watching. If you not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe.